Hey champs, my name is Nick and today we're going to discuss about why you can't stay disciplined no matter what you try. Many people get triggered by motivation. You read that one quote that hits you right in the chest and you feel like you're going to rule the world. 2 minutes later, your motivation is gone, like it was never there. Don't get me wrong, motivation is a great thing, but you can't rely on all of a sudden explosive moments of energy for no reason whatsoever. What you can rely is smashing the like button below for the YouTube algorithm. I was joking, but thank you for doing that. I've personally had terrible moments when I felt like the whole world is going to crash on me. A few days ago, I was so happy and energized to finish my YouTube video just to notice that the camera was not turned on. Whoa, let me check the camera one more time. We are good to go. Now let me tell you what happened a few days ago. I had to redo half of the video, and just when I finished for the second time, I noticed that someone called me right in the middle of my recording and canceled my recording time. In those moments, all those inspirational and motivational quotes don't mean a thing to me. I had to redo the video for the third time on airplane mode this time and finally get it done. When things are not going your way, motivation is like a can. You see it in the street, you kick it, and you forget about it in the next 2 seconds. So motivation is a great thing, but relying on motivation that it will get you through the obstacles with ease is not a smart choice. And honestly, I think this is a major obstacle why some people can't complete a simple task to the end. They rely on motivation to be their partner in crime, but what they really need is discipline. Now, discipline is the thing we really want, but can't seem to stick to it. This time we will really dig into discipline and why some people can't stay disciplined and how they can fix it. Discipline is the key to your success in everything. As I was explaining in the previous video that should pop right above my head now, I was lacking perseverance when it came to work, relationship, or simply organizing a trip with my friends to another city. I was really struggling to find it in me to push things to the end. Strangely enough, one of the things that really pushed me out of that comfort was taking stone cold shower. And while it looks like I was preparing for jail, what I really did was pushing myself to be more disciplined in the face of discomfort. Because what we lack is the perseverance in the face of hardship. When you have a project and a deadline, you don't search for inspirational quotes on Google or pray that motivation suddenly hits you. What you really do is sit on the computer and do the project. Motivation is that one friend that runs away and leaves you dry when things get uncomfortable.
Run.
Discipline is not something that can suddenly hit you and you can't find it on Google. Well, maybe just the definition. But real discipline is more of an emotional battle. And what I really found strange was that discipline is more connected with pain than most people realize. Discipline means to obey rules or a code of behavior using punishment to correct disobedience. Then what we really do is run away from pain or punishment. When you take our code of behavior, what we really do is either chase some form of pleasure or run away from fear. This being said, our discipline is our ability to follow our principles and reward or punish ourselves if we don't. I've noticed in myself that when I don't do the tasks that I have for the day, I get a little angry and frustrated because I know I'm the one to blame that I didn't use my time wisely. I use pain and frustration as my punishment for not being disciplined. And as strange as it sounds, I just realized this about myself. There was a really good example when Tony Robbins took his kids, accompanied by a police officer, a friend of his, to one of those houses filled with homeless junkies. He showed his kid or kids, I don't know if he was with both of them, but the point is that he showed them what they were going to end like if they were using drugs. Were so shocked by the scene they saw, they created an enormous fear of drugs. He knew exactly what he was doing, and because of this, every time his kids see drugs, they immediately recall the situation they saw in the house, even years later. I was searching for ways to stay disciplined and found that self-punishment works really good for me. And I think that self-punishment is also the key to many self-disciplined people. However, these two factors really contribute to staying self-disciplined in the long run. Number one, awareness of self. I'm so happy to announce that we just started hosting on a radio show with my friend Danny, where we speak about self-improvement, toxic people, relationships, and everything related to becoming the best self-aware version of ourselves. The radio show in our podcast is called Life 2.0, but sadly it's hosted in our native language and not many people speak Macedonian. The point is that whenever we speak, let's say about toxic people, we get comments like, wow, I had no idea I was feeling so depressed because of my friends. Or I never knew that staying in toxic company can make me depressed. They really have no idea about them because they're so focused on the external things. They waste their time reading about politics or fashion and they have no connection whatsoever to politics or fashion, or the time when Tom Brady looked absolutely wasted during Bucks' Super Bowl bull parade. When I sat down to meditate, I finally saw what kind of person I was. I had zero insights about me before that. Like I was left on autopilot since the day I was born, and I let everyone around me carve me into whatever they wanted. When I sat down in those 10 minutes, I really saw that I am not the person I want to be. My mind was shifting between thoughts like crazy. I was like, wow, I can't believe he said that to me, and I always thought he was my friend. What if this week is Friday the 13th? Will they play the same movie they play every year with Jason? Every thought I had was completely unrelated with the next one. My mind was shifting gears, themes, and thoughts like crazy. Was this really me when I wasn't meditating? I was terrified of the feeling that I'm not the person I want to be. And I kept on meditating every single day, at least for 10 minutes. I was calming my thoughts, and slowly I started to get my thought pattern in order. After months of meditation, I was finally able to partially control my own thoughts. At least I was aware of the thoughts I have and slowly started to rebrand myself into the person I want to become. Self-awareness is crucial when it comes to self-discipline because you need to know what kind of person you are and where do you aim in the future. Without knowing yourself and being able to get behind the wheel of your brain, you can't stay disciplined. Next time you get angry, nervous, or anxious, just breathe and really try to navigate yourself. What comes in your mind? Why do you think the way you think? Who or what hurt you? In moments like anxiety and anger, you will start to have shorter breaths, which will signal your brain that it's time to start that alarming phase of stress. Just by taking deep breaths and focusing yourself on the breathing instead of the crazy show that is in your mind, you will immediately start to feel calmer. After a minute, you will take full control of yourself and neutralize all of those negative emotions. Self-awareness is a must if we want to push ourselves. And to do that, we need discipline. But discipline doesn't go without vision or aim. Once you start to be self-aware of what kind of person you truly are, you need to have aim. Because if you don't know where you're going, you will probably get there. It's like going to get the bag from a room and halfway there, you forgot why you were going to the room. You get back, sit on the couch and the bag. You were going to get the bag. Discipline works perfect when you know why you're doing what you're doing. When you have a goal and a plan, discipline becomes easier to attain. You can be disciplined without vision, but what's the point? Discipline without vision will probably get cracked and stop. What really helped me was sitting at home with pen and paper. Take an example, like I want to have a lot of money. Why do I want to? And after all these answers, which are really, again, awareness of self, will penetrate something that will shock you. Most of the things you do are because you are trying to be a better person in the eyes of someone else. For example, if you want to be rich, you are truly chasing that because your girlfriend dumped you and you want to show it to her face that you're a better human being. Like you can even start to play the guitar and become a rock star. But the reality is that you are a lonely person and you want to have people around you. These were just examples. You can even play the guitar because your father played the guitar and he was a rock star and he was your hero. It's an amazing reason to start playing the guitar. But for most things, at least in my case, was because I was trying not to be a better human being for myself, but for other people. And to be honest, I didn't even like those people in the first place. Doing this exercise really helped me open my eyes to another dimension. I started to realize that my priorities and my standards were all mixed up. I would rather go out and have some fun getting wasted every single day than sit at home, work, and create a business that I truly love. Kind of opened my eyes to the things I want to attain. It gave me a vision, an aim to chase, and find ways to make it happen. Honestly, one of the reasons why I started this YouTube channel is because I was facing hardship on my own. My mother passed away, divorced from my father, and I was 18 years old and I had to create a person out of myself. I truly had a rough time struggling every single day. I was a spoiled kid, and when it happened, a few years later, my stepfather told me, "You are not gonna receive a penny anymore." I thought he didn't love me at all. As a matter of fact, I thought he hated us for doing that to us. But looking back at it now, it was the best thing that have ever happened to me. Here's what he told me. Either you will create an incredible person out of yourself, or you will end up as a chump, like I see all the friends around you. I felt like the whole world came down crashing on me. After trial and error, I can proudly say that I'm a far better person now than the person I was, and I still work every single day to become better. Through this channel, I will share my journey and hopefully help some of you guys that are really struggling. I'll be here with you in those moments when you feel like everything is going wrong, and I will try to give you my digital energy to make you feel better and help you move on with your journey with discipline and vision. Hope this video hits some of you guys right in the chest and you are a few atoms better than you were before watching this video. All I'm asking is for you to smash that like button and subscribe on my YouTube channel so we can help spread this video and offer people a helping hand when they need it most. Thank you guys so much for watching one more time. Also, make sure to watch this video of me taking a stone cold shower. And don't laugh, please.